What's up, everybody? It's your boy Deshaun here with a quick Average Joe Sports update. I know it's been a while since I've actually vlogged about anything, but there's been a lot of things to in fact to vlog about. We're just gonna keep things simple, and we're just gonna talk about Marshawn Lynch. Now, once I actually get into this whole thing, I'm gonna do the same Marshawn Lynch sort of thing. So, got 5 minutes. I don't know if I can see that again. Can't really tell right now. Got 5 minutes on the clock, and once I start, I'm just gonna get into it. So, ready? 3, 2, 1, start. All right. So, let's just get one thing straight here. Marshawn Lynch doesn't care about what the media thinks. Marshawn Lynch doesn't care about what other fans of opposing teams think. And quite frankly, I hate to be rude about it, Marshawn Lynch doesn't care about what you think. But also, most importantly, he doesn't care what Roger Goodell thinks. He's fulfilling his contractual obligations to talk to the media. And, you know, all he has to do is sit up there for 5 minutes and talk and say what he has to say or what not to say. Because again, in America, you have the right to freedom of speech. You also have the right to just not say anything, which sometimes is just as good. Now, I understand that people in the media are going to have a problem with this because, you know, they're the ones who have questions and they feel that it's their right to know what's going on exactly. But here's the thing: if the man doesn't want to talk, he doesn't have to talk. You know, and I know that, again, the freedom of the press and things like that, they also have that right. Well, yes, freedom of the press grants you the right to ask questions. It doesn't grant you the right to demand an answer. So to all the media folk out there, sit back, relax, have a Coke and a smile, and just be quiet. I'm trying to keep myself edited, as you can see. You know, and also the NFL, seeing that they can't necessarily fine him for, you know, showing up to media day and not saying anything because he's fulfilling his contractual obligation to the NFL. But, you know, now they also want to fine Marshawn Lynch for wearing his Beastmode apparel. They're going to probably fine him $100,000 to do so. Here's the interesting caveat about that. The hat within itself is a New Era hat. New Era is a brand. You may notice them that they're a sponsor for Major League Baseball, the NBA, and also the NHL and the NFL. Ironically, with all that whole thing going on, they kept talking about beastmodeonline.com, which is where you can get the hats. Interesting fact, though, if you want to get a hat now, you can't because they're sold out. So ultimately, by doing so, by talking about, you know, the Beast Mode apparel, they wound up giving Marshawn Lynch a ton of free publicity that he didn't even have to do. All he did was wear his hats, which honestly, I kind of like hats. I'm not a big fan of the straight brim myself, but they still look pretty awesome. So maybe I'll get one, maybe not. But, you know, again, I got 2 minutes, so y'all got 2 more minutes to look at my face. Yeah, I'm thankful. So, you know, it's interesting because there's a lot of fans out there who are like, well, Marshawn Lynch is being a jerk and I don't like him and so on and so forth. To those people, I have 2 things to say to you. One, if he played on your team and your team was in the Super Bowl for the 2nd year in a row, you wouldn't be complaining. Plain and simple. If anybody has some semblance of a gripe, it's Buffalo Bills fans, because they're probably thinking to themselves, well, where was this, you know, production when he was playing over here in, you know, super far north upstate New York? So in the sense of, if they're griping about it, saying that they don't like the way he's acting, yeah, I can get behind that. But everyone else, if he played on your team, you wouldn't have a problem with it. Listen, if Marshawn Lynch becomes a free agent and comes down and plays for Oakland, listen, I'm gonna be all about it. I personally like his attitude. I like his persona. He's doing it, ironically, the Seattle way, in the sense of being extremely passive about it, and says, fine, I will do it your way. Fine, we'll play the game your way, but we're also going to do this by my rules. And by my rules, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to sit up there and I'm not going to say a whole lot. You know, he's not even going to answer questions about his own charity, which I do think he should do, but, you know, to each his own. everybody else in the media, just sit back, have a Coke and a smile, and just be quiet. If you don't want to hear what Marshawn Lynch has to say, don't show up to the thing. Eventually, he will get his way and goes, well, no one showed up to the press conference, so I left. So, you know, that's ultimately what it has to do. You know, they're going to fight him tooth and nail, but the NFL's also profiting off this based on the fact that people want to watch. ESPN's making money off it. NFL Network's making money off it, which means in turn Roger Goodell and the Owners Association are making money off it. So that's ultimately what my opinion is on this beast mode thing. I'm going to give you guys a prediction here later. Peace out. Thank you for your time. Thankful.